Just give me a minute. Automatic controls. Okay, so welcome everyone and good evening. Let me start with my introduction first, later followed by the content of the course, what will be covered. So my name is Rohan and I carry 13 plus years of working into the network security industry. I have worked with many security product companies ranging from on-prem firewall to the cloud-based solutions. And during these 13 plus years of working, I have got the chance to look inside the uh, customer requirement, problems, and also with reference to the product as a solution. And like that's exactly what I bring onto this course. So I believe in concepts rather than it's like theory pointers and all. So it's all about the concepts. If you understand that, you will be able to navigate yourself through the security concepts. Now, that being said, here the focus is going to be on one NGFW product, that is the FortiGate. Now, FortiGate is the next-gen firewall, which is available in the form of the physical, that is the on-prem, as well as in the form of the virtual, that's with reference to the cloud-based solutions also. So you can use the FortiGate firewall as and where you want based upon your requirements. Now, whether you are working on a physical FortiGate firewall or you are working on a virtual FortiGate firewall, it doesn't make a difference when you start configuring it, troubleshooting it, looking into the logs, debugs, and also they are exactly the same. You will not feel an iota of difference. Okay. Now that being said, this course is going to focus entirely on this specific device, that is the FortiGate firewall, from end to end. End to end means from basics to the highest. Meaning at the end of this course, you will be able to easily understand the FortiGate firewall and you will be able to troubleshoot problems related to your FortiGate firewalls. Okay. It's not only about that, but if in case there is some configuration related challenges or like manageability, you would also be able to understand that why I am doing this. Okay, what is needed, where it is needed, right? So all these things will be addressed. So in this course, this FortiGate firewall throughout the journey, we will be more focused in terms of learning what really matters into the production. Okay, because when you do the labs in a controlled setup, that's a clean setup, right? So there you will not see a lot of problems and challenges because everything is under your control and it's a clean thing. However, if you are working on the production, there the devices are messy. There are a lot of other vendors, products, devices which has to be which is so working along with your FortiGate firewall, right? So there you have to consider a lot of factors. Now, since we have to do that, but it does not change a fact that if I understand the core conceptual functioning and the power of my device, then no matter where you have put or deployed my device, it doesn't matter because I will be easily able to navigate and at least pinpoint what is the root cause. Okay. So that being said, let me walk you through the course content and you will see that the course content is covering all the topics related to the FortiGate firewall. So okay. So see, your FortiGate firewall is distributed in three major categories. Now here, keep in mind, this course is designed to club two levels of knowledge, that is NSE 4 and NSE 7. NSE 4 is a standardized knowledge which confirms that the engineer has the knowledge about the FortiGate firewall and he knows how to manage and uh, configure their device. And also you are able to do the basic troubleshooting. However, NSE 7 confirms that the engineer has in-depth knowledge of firewall functioning. Since he has the in-depth knowledge of the firewall functioning, so this engineer is much more capable in order to pinpoint the issue in depth. Okay, let me explain the difference between the knowledge level, why I'm using the term knowledge level. Okay, see, presume there is a problem. Okay, let's say, okay, let me take an example of a VPN. Okay, the VPN is up, but the data is not going through. Okay, if you are someone who is a NSE 4 people, or you carry a knowledge about NSE 4, then you would know that this problem could have been caused because of natting. Okay, hence you know that you have to navigate to the VPN IPSec tunnels, edit the tunnels, edit the IPsec settings, and inside that you have to enable NAT-T. Okay, so that the issue is fixed and the data is going through. This is what you will do in terms of NSE 4 knowledge, because you know what is the problem and you also know how to fix it. However, if it is NSE 7 knowledge, then you would also know why the data was getting dropped without NAT-T. It's not about the solution, rather more about the reasoning. Why did it? Right? You would know that. The inside functioning. Okay, and I'm just giving an VPN as an example. You can take it in terms of the UTM features also. Like if a website is not getting blocked by the web filter, if you are an NSE4 guy, you would be able to know that, okay, this is where I have to verify my configurations. This is the basic logs, what I have to check. And based upon that, I have to take so and so action. But if you are an NSE7 guy, then you would exactly know how does the web filter work? What in a packet the web filter was looking for, what it was checking, right? You would be knowing that because you know that level of information. Hence, when you start looking into the logs, your point of view will completely change. You will start understanding what you are saying exactly. Okay, so I believe you are like getting my point of view here, right? So that's the difference between NSE 4 and 7. So here, when we are going to start learning the FortiGate firewall, so we are going to learn in combination of 4 and 7 both, meaning there is no point of learning anything in a halfway. If we have started learning any topic, we should start it from the basic and complete it to the top, right? So NSE 4 and 7, if you combine that, that gives the full visibility and knowledge about your product, that is FortiGate Firewall. And this is exactly what this course is also designed to give you that. Okay. So, like I said, this course is broadly divided into three categories: security, infrastructure, and the other one is a specialization, which is nothing but the topics, the most important topics, or you can say the focused topic picked up from the security and like infrastructure. Okay, let's see what is there. So here, what we are seeing is that the module 1, which is the FortiGate security, is covering the topics like concept of the firewall policies, NATing, authentications concept, SSL VPN, security profiles. When you see the word security profiles here, think it as UTM features, meaning web filter, application control, DNS filter, file filter, video filter, IPS, antivirus, right? File filter. So all these things will be covered. Okay. And the way to see the logs, read the debugs, right? How the certificate is used by the FortiGate firewall, where it is being used, why it is being used, right? So all these things will be covered in that. Now, module 2, infrastructure, which covers the routing part, meaning the focus is onto the BGP and OSPF. Along with that, throughout the course, you will anyhow will be seeing the static routings, okay, PBR concept, policy-based routing. Okay, we will also learn and see the SD-WAN, which is as a feature into the FortiGate firewall. So that is also something which we are going to do the lab onto it. Okay, the concept of VDOMs, cluster, right? FSSO is part of the authentication only. So these are the theoretical concepts which we are going to cover. Okay, so these are the things also which is going to be covered onto your FortiGate firewall, because your FortiGate firewall is capable to support all these functions. Okay. Now, in terms of troubleshooting, see, let me, although these are the standards, right, what you're seeing onto the slide, but let me exactly tell you how I am going to help you to build the mindset in terms of the like a T-shoot. So, and this is what something which I always say, and you will keep on hearing from me on like day-to-day basis, that never try to solve a problem. Okay. Troubleshooting does not mean to solve the problem. Troubleshooting means to narrow down the issue. You have, or you can see multiple reasons for a single problem, right? For an example, let's say someone says that the website is loading slow. What could be the cause of the problem? Maybe delay into the DNS resolution. Maybe the delay into the initial response trip time. Maybe because of TCP out of order packets. Maybe because of fast retransmission, right? Maybe because of the congestion caused or by your intermittent device. Maybe the ISP incorrect path, right? Maybe that some fields are added into the layer 7, like maybe the coding method, maybe the XFF values, right? What the HTTP is carrying, which could have caused the server to refuse, or maybe to cause a delayed response, right? Or maybe the issue is on to the destination server side. Maybe your IP is having the bad reputation, right? Okay. Could be any of this and few more. See, I think I listed more than 10 reasons why your website could have been slow. So when a problem is coming to you, if you are thinking that, okay, I'm here to solve it, I will solve it, that's a wrong approach. And I will explain about this, why I'm saying wrong approach, because that plays a vital role into troubleshooting any kind. Okay. So the thing is, the way how I want to build the troubleshooting mindset is, my core focus is going to be on building the concepts. First stage is to build the concept based upon the theory. Okay. What I will say, just understand that. Once the concept is clear, we will prove that, validate that in the lab. If anything which is not validated in the lab, that concept is not to be trusted. Simple. Because at the end of the day, the customer is not going to trust my word. The customer is going to trust as per what I give my findings based upon the logs, what I see, right? So logs is the source of truth. So we will try to build that. Whatever concept I will tell you regarding any topic, okay, there is some exceptions to it, for which you have to take my words. But yes, out of 10, 9 things I will show you in the lab. Okay, we will prove that. Once that is verified into the lab, now our concept has been solidified. Now we know exactly how it works, why it works, and where I should use it. Since you have that idea, now if you look in terms of any problem related to that concept, you will be able to find something out of it. Okay. Now I will take one space, it's like one class when I will be, it's like this is what I generally do when I touch the logging topic. There I also take a T-shoot mindset class. Okay, so I will give you some tips and tricks and tools knowledge what you have to use. So you just have to combine that with the knowledge what you will gain throughout the course for each every topic. And when you do that, now it's your way how you are able to solve the problem, right? Okay, the more you work, the like better you are into that fixing the problems. Okay, so this is how we are like going to do. So I will tell you how to read the debugs, how to see the logs, what is the something that you have to see. Because there are real-time problems is actually that I know what to look for, but I don't know how, right? Maybe you are also stuck in some dilemma where you have no idea where I should start, what I should start looking for, right? I may have all sorts of logs and things with me, but still I do not know what to look for, right? So these things are the common problems in our minds, which will come across multiple situations, right? So these things needs to be addressed. So the whole agenda of whatever topics you saw on the top, the slides and all, right? So all these things will be focused on to address that a specific thing. That is how I can troubleshoot the firewall. Because at the end of the day, this is your core job, right? To fix the problem. You are really good into the theories and concepts. So what is of that use if you cannot fix an issue, right? If you cannot uh, identify the root cause of it, so then all your theories and things are useless, right? So at the end of the day, you have to fix the problem. So everything what we are going to learn from the day one is focused in order to achieve single goal, that I should be able to troubleshoot any problem that is linked to my device. Okay. Now, see this. Okay, so this is the same thing. Here it's also talking about that we are going to learn about a concept called security fabric, which is one of a loved feature into the FortiGate firewall across the customer base. Okay, security fabric and why it is and how does the security fabric concept helps your device to do its job in a much more better way. That's what we are going to see. So it is just this is mostly like the theory part where we will see that how the FortiGate firewall can be told to talk to any other devices, whether it's the same vendor or it's a different vendor product. Okay, clusterings, security VPNs, where we are going to cover the IPSec. Okay, so when I say IPSec, that means the complete IPSec, including the site-to-site, dial-up, AD, VPN, right? So all those things will be covered. So in terms of the VPN, we are going to cover two things. That is IPsec VPNs and the SSL VPNs. Okay, these two things are some things which we are going to cover. And yes, SD-WAN, like I said, that we are going to learn the SD-WAN as a feature functions what your FortiGate firewall is capable to support. So we are also going to learn that the concept around the SD-WAN. Okay. So yes, so that's all in terms of the course content. If you have any questions, please do let me know before I proceed further. Please. Any doubt?
Hi, James.
Hey, hi.
Okay, myself Sushant. So I have a couple of queries on the SD-WAN design and topologies.
Mhm.
So actually, I'm already working on SD-WAN. So I'm working in MSP, managed service provider called Brennan IT, and we are, offering SD-WAN products and services to customers. So yes, currently I'm working on it, and on my daily basis, I create SD-WAN rules and new sites and hub and spoke topology.
Mhm.
So actually, we are using couple of SD-WAN designs like BGP over loopback and BGP self-healing with route tagging. So I want to, deep down into it and want to learn more about the um, automation part via Forti Manager using some Jinja templates. Those are quite new. I haven't got any chance to work on it. So just want to confirm if any of these topics or what are the SD-WAN designs that we are going to build on lab in this course.
Okay. Okay, so let me address this question in two parts. First, this, as I've stated at the start of this course as well, that this course is specifically going to be focused only on one device, that is the FortiGate firewall.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are not going, it's like you will not be having the lab where you will see the FMG, FSG, or any other products. Okay, that's first.
Okay.
Okay. Second is coming to the SD-WAN. Now, see, there are multiple vendors with reference to the SD-WAN solution, right? FortiGate also has an SD-WAN as an inbuilt feature. Okay. So what is the
Yes.
core essence of an SD-WAN that is also met with reference to your FortiGate firewall? Okay. Now that being said, I want to get more clarification. When you say that, what is the SD-WAN structure, right? You said
Yeah. Structure or designs.
structure or design in the lab. So what do you mean by that? Do you mean that as SD-WAN testing as per the lab or something? What?
So I'm talking about specifically FortiGate SD-WAN only. I'm not referring to any other vendor's SD-WAN solution. So in FortiGate SD-WAN documentation also there are a few different designs like hub and spoke and dual hub with the spokes and AD-VPN.
Hmm.
And in hub and spoke there are again different concepts which we can configure using route tagging attributes like BGP self-healing where
Hmm.
we will define few SLAs,
Hmm.
and those SLAs will be matched using route tags. So some of the set of routes will match particular SLAs with some kind of route tag value, and some set of routes will match the second SLA with different set of route tag values. That is, they have defined in the BGP self-healing. So I want to deep down into that. I want to understand that design better. The simple design I know, where we have single hub and we will, there will be couple of overlay tunnels over the INT link or the MPLS link, and we
Hmm.
can match them using the ICMP SLA, same like in Cisco IP SLA. So that currently I'm already working. So there are some advanced SD-WAN topologies using route tagging and different SLAs. So I want to learn about that, and any of that you're going to cover in this course. So that's what my interest of
Yes.
asking this question.
Yes. We are going to. We,
Okay.
we are going to. And because the things what you are looking for is actually the power of an SD-WAN combined with the BGP and like build the BGP or neighborship on like
Yep.
top
Yep.
of the IPSec VPN. Okay,
Yes.
so
Right. Right.
I think this is what the structure you're like looking for.
Yeah. So
Yes,
and
we
in
have
that also, some attributes we can use to trigger the different SLAs and different
hundreds.
SD-WAN rules.
Hmm. Okay, so whatever you want to do like in that, so it's like those things will be covered. Okay,
Okay.
now see the thing is, and I will come to this part of the lab. So, but yes, before that, let me like tell you one thing. My labs will be pretty simple, straight forward. Okay, but that being said, if you are looking to have some specific lab setup design, let me know. Okay, I will like build it and we can practice onto that as well. So not a problem with that. But as far as the concept goes for the SD-WAN combined with the VPN and like the BGP, we are going to cover that. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
And is there any other course which can just learn us, teach us about the automation with the FMG? SD-WAN template automation from the FMG.
Now
Is there
see,
any
okay.
other
So,
course?
so now coming to that point, because you are using automation and FMG in the same sentence, which is not right. Okay. Why I'm saying not right? Because here, if your goal is to learn FMG, then automation is something which will be a different domain. But if your goal is to automate the entire IAC using the FMG, Panorama, or SCM, or any other management device, then that's a different domain. Okay. So when you say automation FMG, so are you talking about the automation as in IAC concept, or you are simply referring to the Forti manager?
Only FortiManager. So in FortiManager, there are two options. We can define templates and we can push the
Yes,
templates
yes.
using,
So with
yeah,
reference to that,
CTP.
I don't think that, see, FMG is a licensed product. Okay.
Yeah.
And they have not given any training license for that. Okay. So that's the problem why we are not able to showcase the FMG and like FAZ here.
No, in different course, not in this course. If there is any different
So like
dedicated
a
course.
different course also, I'm like saying that. So it's like there is
Okay.
no such course in as in the networkings to like cover that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
got it.
Okay. But yes, if you're looking for the automation concept, then yes, we have the course where we learn about the automation of the FortiGate and like Palo Alto, both the products. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Thank you.
Any other question?
Hello, Rohan. Roshan here.
Yeah. Hey, hi. Hi, Rashid.
I want to know the path for network security engineer.
You want to do what?
Network security, from network to network security.
Okay. Okay.
Net,
So your
net,
like background is from the router switching, right?
yes.
You want to transit with reference to the network security. Yes, so this course is unique for you. This course will be the really a good one to transit from network to the network security, because here I will tell you, as I've said, that I'm like going to start from the basics, right? A, B, C, D of it. So you will be easily able to identify the difference between a router switch kind of working and in terms of the firewall based working. Okay, so you will be easily able to figure that out. Okay.
Okay, okay. So, which certification I want to pursue for that?
Certification, like I said, now NSE 4 and 7, but yes, now these two are
Other-
the optional, it's like these two are the core certification. And after that, you also have to do one optional cert from like list of the admin firewalls or a few more. Okay, so it is like FCSE and FCSA. Okay, so that is the certified as specialist and like certified associate. So these two are the labels what you can crack in terms of the FortiGate firewall.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
fine.
What's this English?
Okay, okay. So now see here, in terms of the labs, right? So let me show you the lab. And looking onto my lab, you will get the gist. Why I'm saying that in my entire course, you will see the focus is onto the concept rather than the complexity. I'm the person who does not believe into the complexity. Okay, so ignore these three machines because these three are there for the licensing assistance to my firewall. Okay, so that's what this is for all these three firewalls. But if you look closely, it is like client sending the traffic to the Cisco router, and Cisco router is sending the traffic to the FortiGate firewall, and FortiGate firewall is sending the traffic to the internet. Simple, right? Isn't it straightforward? Simple labs. Now, why is that? Okay, just give me a moment. I think it is stuck. Just a moment, please. actions, stop all nodes, and I will show you all my labs, what I have. Okay, some of the labs. So that was the basic lab, what you saw. Okay, see my BGP lab. Okay, this is, okay, let me show you my cluster lab. Okay, HA lab. See, pretty simple. 2 firewalls, a switch, a PC, and an internet. No complexity, right? See, I will show you my any other lab, like, for example, EDVPN, hub and spoke, right? Now keep in mind, these 3 machines are here to license my devices, okay, which I can remove if in case you want to, that doesn't matter. Okay, because EDVPN is something which I can do without the license also. So yes, you can see 3 machines, hub, 2 branches, and each machine is pointing or referring it as an LAN machines, right? LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3, think it like that. Okay. See, it's simple. Why?
Sir, sorry to interrupt.
Yes, yes, please.
Shivam this side.
Yes, yes, Shiva.
Yeah, sir, you only training for security only or CCNA, CCNP as well?
No, I am the firewall guy. I train for
Firewall
FortiGate,
only.
Palo Alto, network.
Fortinet and Palo Alto, both?
Yes, and also the firewall automation, the
Firewall
ISO
automation.
structure. Yeah.
So CCNA, CCNP, right?
No, that's a Cisco part. Okay, so I do not touch that.
Because I like your things. So that's why
Okay.
I was asking,
Okay.
because I want to start. So,
Okay, okay. But yes, man, I only take care of the firewall security solutions.
because I have seen your these labs. So that was I mean I
Okay.
think it is very good labs. That's why
Okay.
I was asking this question.
Thank you.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, so see, my labs are pretty simple, straightforward. Why? Because see, let me tell you one thing, okay? And this is what I have observed in past 14 years, wherever I have worked, is that if you know how a ping works between 2 machines via a router, then it doesn't matter how a ping works in an entire data center. Yes or no? The concept remains same. That whenever a packet crosses a layer 3 device, the source MAC is always replaced with the outgoing interface MAC address. A device receives the packet only if the destination MAC is matching with the incoming interface MAC address. These are the basics. These remain same. So if you know how a ping works through a router, then you will know how a ping works through a data center. If you know how a TCP three-way handshake works, then no matter what the setup is, why I would care, right? I know how the three-way handshake works. So I will use the same concept, same mindset in order to look into the TCP-based traffics, right? Okay. The point is understand three-way, understand SSL, understand the cluster behavior. The cluster you are trying to form between 4 firewalls or 2 firewalls. How does it matter? It doesn't matter. If I understand the use of cluster, functioning, and why I am supposed to have the HA in the first place with the help of 2 hardwares, then does it matter if you are forming the cluster with reference to the 4 hardwares? No, because the concept remains same. The functioning remains same. The behavior remains same, right? If I know how to build a VPN, IPSec VPN between 2 devices, between 3 devices, does it matter that you are asking me to build a VPN between 3,000 devices? No. Because how the VPN worked in between 2 devices, it will work in 3,000 cases also. The point is concept. Okay. So my labs are pretty simple, focused onto the core concept. And I can promise you one thing, you are applying my concept anywhere into the production. You guys are yourself are working, right? Like I am. You apply my concepts anywhere. You will find that. And if anyone feels to challenge me, please do that. Because after all, this is complete technical talks. So it's not my word against yours or yours against mine. Okay, I'm muting the Delhi guy. Okay. Okay, so where I was, yes. So as I was saying that this is not against my words or yours, right? It's all about the logs, right? If you think that no, this works in a different way, we will prove that in the lab. Whatever we will see, we will trust that. As simple as it is, right? So that's how we are going to do, and that's how my lab is designed. But like I said, in answering someone's question, that if you feel that you want to have a hands-on on some different types of lab topology, please do let me know your design. I will build the lab for you, like I've built for many other people. Okay. So I will build it for you. You can do your hands-on onto whatever topology that you are willing to have. Okay, so that's not an issue. Okay, so once you enroll into the course, each one of you would be receiving an mail from the networking support, which will carry your URL link for the lab, as well as the username and password, what you have to use to log in onto the lab. Okay, so that each one of you can access and use your own lab. Keep in mind, only the design setup will be changed. It's like is something which I can change. You guys will not have the access to create your own labs or like change into the design. But rest all, whatever configuration you want to do, however you want to do, you can do it. You have free hand. Okay, no one is going to stop you in like working with the labs and all. Clear? Fine.
Hello.
Yes, please.
In this lab, actually for FortiGate, so for
Mhm.
licensing concept, also we have to create the in the portal for license 1 month, something like that, or
No, no.
you
Amar,
provided the
just Amar, give me a moment, please. Pons Nuru Delhi, can you please be on mute? Yes, Amar, can you please repeat your question?
yes, yes. In the lab session, actually, for FortiGate, so you people are providing the license that images or something like that, or we have to create our own from FortiGate.
Your audio is breaking for me. I'm not able to hear you properly. Is your question related to license?
Yes, sir.
And what is that question?
Yeah, actually for FortiGate that firewall, so the license you people are providing, or we have to create from our end actually,
No, 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 no. You don't have to worry, man. You don't have to worry. I will show you the way how to. Okay, this is a recorded and a streaming line. Okay, but let me just tell you, I will show you the way. Okay.
Okay,
Do not
okay,
do not worry for that.
okay, no
Okay.
problem. Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Anything else? So are we clear that we are going to completely focus on the FortiGate firewall, no other products? Okay. Second, whatever we are going to learn, focus is onto the concepts. And let me tell you one thing, which you will see me repeating the same lines within a week multiple times. Okay, you might get bored of it, but I will keep on saying that please do not learn the configuration from me. Learn the concepts. Configuration is something which you will just open the Google and search it. You will get the entire configurations. This is the era of AI. You open the AI, ask the AI, hey, tell me the configuration to build certain things. These are the IPs. AI will give you entire steps, what you have to do. You just have to follow it. So even a person who simply understands the English language, he can build the firewall for you. Okay, so you do not need to be a network guy for that thing. Okay, so please do not learn the configurations from me. What you need to learn is concept, because keep in mind the nature of the job has drastically changed for the network people like us, especially post March 2026, after the intro of the AIs. And what the job has changed is that now most of the research log checks will be done by the AI agents. But that being said, you will still be needed to validate and verify the AI findings. Keep in mind the data source that because of the AI into the network and especially the security domain, the increase in the headcount, that is the people hiring resource, has increased before AI. So what was the percentage of hiring before the AI? Now that is little higher. So this data itself proves that the companies are looking for the people who have a good concept, skills into the network. They are not worried about a person who can configure the device. In my company, we have the AI agents who can migrate the entire the customer, okay, without any error. So we do not need people for the migration, for to migrate anything onto that. You just tell that AI what are the setups and all, and he will do it. What we need the people for is to validate whatever the AI is going to do. Okay, so the importance of concept is now much more higher, as what it's like previously, even if your concepts are not that good, but if you were able to somehow find out the way to work around the problems, you were able to survive into the industry. But now that's not going to be the case. Okay, so do not take it as a negative marking. Take it as something to boost your confidence that it's a good thing, right? I don't have to worry for the configurations. The only thing I have to do is take a back seat and listen to what I say. If something doesn't make sense to what I'm saying to you, raise your doubts, get it answered, cleared from me, get that concept settled once for and all. Do it and then go and work wherever you are going to apply that. You will be feeling the difference. Okay, so that's what my summarizing a statement is. Clear? Now, this batch is going to be a weekday batch, okay? And actually this batch would be continuing from 9 p.m. to 11. But for this week, that is till the next week, okay, Friday. Okay, so I think the date would be what? What is the next Friday, man? 21? 21,
Sir,
right?
actually from Monday we need to continue because this Saturday and this 15 August holiday is also coming. So from Monday we need to start 8 o'clock. After
Okay.
that we can shift to 9 o'clock after
Yes,
two
so
classes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for adding on to it. So from Monday, the batch will be regular and the class will be from 8 to 9 p.m. only for first 5 days. After that, we will start from 9 to 11. Okay. Clear, guys? So that's all from my side. Okay, I see some messages. Let me take that. Okay, that's a WhatsApp link. Okay, okay.
Sir,
Sorry. Can I have a question here?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Tell me.
When you said 8 o'clock, is it
8 p.m.
is it
IST.
IST? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool. Thank you.
that is like a GMT plus 5:30. Okay, GMT plus 5:30. Any other doubts, questions that you want me to address? And yes, one important thing I missed is this course is meant for anyone who has basics of the network. Okay, anyone, irrespective of your background. Okay, so if you know the basics of the the network, basics means you understand the term IP, MAC address, TCP, right? You understand these terms. If you understand these terms, this course is for you. Okay, I do not need anyone to be a pro onto it. Okay, but if you just understand the network fundamentals, that is sufficient. Okay. Okay then. So I think We have no questions now. So we're
Hello,
able
sir.
to, yes. Is
So-
there anything?
I just want to from suggestion, like if I have completed this course and now I'm working in network engineering. So if I am going to change in security domain, so first of all, recruiter answer interviewer questions, why should I take you if you don't have hands-on experience in security? So how can I handle this question?
Okay, first thing is if you are a network person who is working it's like in any of the domains, now you are trying to get an like job into the security domain, then please do not show your past working as a non-security. Show it as you have really worked onto the firewall. Okay. Now the point is, if let's say I show that I have hands-on onto the security domain working since 2 to 3 years, let's say. So what is the next challenge? The recruiter is going to ask you questions which will be able to be answered like a person who has really hands-on for 3 years. That's how you have to sound like, correct? That's the next challenge.
Yes,
And
sir,
that's
but we are stuck at that situation. Like if they are asking about like live examples, how should you take care of this? So that's the challenge I have faced.
do not worry for that. I am not a teacher. I am myself, I'm a like a engineer who works for some company, product company. Okay. So you will
Because I
see
have
that.
already completed the Palo Alto firewall course, and now I am trying for the security domain, but I'm facing this kind of issues.
Okay, so here what you will see is that into the examples when we are going to talk about the problems, there I will be putting forth the real production examples. Okay, so what is the real production problems? How was that solved, right? So for each and every topic, you will see 1 or 2 examples quoted by me. So that will give you a sense of an idea that what needs to be done and why. Okay, so these things will be covered. Now, since you asked this question, so let me put one more thing forward, okay? Especially for the people who are willing to join this. Whatever I say and talk has not been documented anywhere by me, okay? Whatever I say, that is completely in my mind. Meaning, if you ask, you get more from me, okay? If you keep silence in my batch, then whatever I think is important, I will like keep on saying and like talking that, okay? But I may end up missing something which you are looking forward to, right? So it's better that you keep on raising your queries, ask for more from me, okay? Like this lady asked me, right? That I need to know all this. Ask me this, I will give you that, okay? So the more you ask from me, the more you get from me, because I'm not following any documented things. Okay, that's not the thing. Whatever I say and talk is completely in my mind based upon whatever I'm working till this day. Okay, so it's a core tech thing. Okay, I'm not a typical teaching kind of an thing. Okay, I'm here just to share what I have learned and what I'm still learning while into this domain. Okay, so please keep on raising your bar, and I am there to help you out. You will never see me saying that, okay, this is something which I will not be able to do. That's not my statement. Okay, if something which is out of this course domain itself, then that's a different part. But as far as whatever you want to know in terms of the FortiGate firewall and in terms of the security domain, keep on asking me your concerns and